I am Music TV at Snowbombing with the legend that is Carl Cox. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I kind of got up nice and early, and for me, I'm kind of getting prepared to play tonight with Nick McFanchuli for sure.
Yeah. Did you get some kip?
Got a little bit of kit, but I don't know if you know, but in this hotel, they're actually building another extension to the hotel. So 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I got up.
You're just at the window. Can you please stop that?
Or just record them and then put them on my latest tune.
I can imagine the music videos could be back in Mayhoff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Loads of construction jackets.
Exactly.
Yeah. The other day you got to play like a funk and soul set. How fun was that for you, like to collect the records and get everything ready?
Yeah, I love playing that style of music anyway. I grew up with that music, so I have all the catalogue of all the hip hop, all the soul music, all the funk that came out at the time, disco music. Yeah. So for me to be able to unleash all of that sound, especially up in the Igloo, which is a very unique venue to be at anyway, and also people can see me coming from another massive musical direction. It's good that people can see that I came from somewhere to be where I am today. Yeah. So all that music that I played is all the music that I grew up with and had a lot of fun with, and then I was able to share that on that night.
Would you advise that to young producers coming through the ranks today to go back and listen to that music and understand your heritage?
Yeah, I think it's important that they realise there was a heritage to this music. Yeah. Before there was house music or techno music, there was disco music, and there was Gary Newman, there was Kraftwerk, there was this kind of style, and for me, I never forget my roots. When I was asked to do the funk and soul setup in the Igloo, I said absolutely. Yeah. I'll do maybe 5 or 6 of those type of events anyway, playing that style of music. And this year, I'm actually going to be playing at Southport Weekender, doing exactly the same thing. So they're doing their 50th anniversary of the Southport Weekender, and I've already played there once, but to be able to go back and play the music that I grew up with is going to be awesome. So, and I think the rest of the world are listening. So I'll make sure that my set is prepared for that.
Yeah, definitely. Have everything just nicely packaged.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Also, like the music industry is very much a tough cookie to crack. When you're coming through, sometimes it's great to have a mentor or someone to advise you. Did you have that when you were coming up through the ranks?
Yeah, no, I never really had anyone to look up to, because at the time, DJs really wasn't considered as people who were a part of the music industry system. They were just DJs playing other people's music, and the only DJs that actually made it were radio DJs, because they could reach out to thousands of people at the time. So when he was kind of doing the circuit of working in wine bars or clubs or pubs. Yeah. That's all we were doing. We was almost working for beer money. But as you know, down the line, things got a little bit more serious, and DJs were putting bums on seats, and now we're putting bums on seats after all these years. But I kind of looked to my own inspiration, things that I thought that needed to happen from a DJ's point of view on the dance floor and the music. So I kind of always pioneered and believed in the music that I was playing. So whether it be new school hip hop, whether it be the acid house or techno music, I always pioneered and championed those sounds, because I felt that it wasn't being represented anywhere else. It wasn't, not on the TV, not on the radio, and basically the only way you can get people to understand and listen to this music was when you producing your own shows. Yeah. So when I was playing this kind of house and techno music, Danny Rampling asked me to play Shum, so I played the first 2 Shums. I was working quite closely with Paul Oakenfold when they did Spectrum on Monday nights at Heaven, and when the big rave party started to happen, like Sunrise and Energy and those sort of events, I got asked to play those events, and then through the ranks of me being who I am, I went and rose to the top, based on then I was doing these events, week in, week out for years and years and years, and then eventually going over to Europe, and then basically breaking into Europe, and now, of course, America's now listening and now getting into this music now after all these years too. Yeah.
How do you feel it's been received over in America at the moment?
Well, the thing is now, as we know, there's a terminology, EDM, and which the Americans are very happy to stand by, based on, there's thousands now generation who are going to listen to certain DJs play this type of music. Now in America, they was always repressed by this music because it was never seen as something that was good for the Americans, and what's really amazing now is that you can see people coming together who are not shooting each other. You know, they're actually getting on with each other. Doesn't matter what colour, creed, or whatever age you're at. You know, this music has brought people together in such a way, which is fantastic. And you know, it's been long overdue that America now starts to get it. Can kind of connect the dots, because years ago when I was playing in America, the music was only basically represented in certain states. So if you went to New York, or you went to Boston, or you went to Philadelphia, you know, these certain places kind of got the sound of house and techno music, but everywhere else didn't. Like, you know, Birmingham, Alabama had no clue, you know, about this type of music. But now everyone understands it, because it's what's really helped is obviously the internet, satellite broadcast radio. Has brought America together based on now you can hear this music, you switch on, you can, no matter which part of America you're at, you can hear this music, and Canada as well. And because of that, when people see people having a good time, they want to understand, they want to know what's going on about that. So of course, you know, places like Vegas now have accepted this sound, and years ago they wouldn't, and they didn't want anything to do with it. Now they want everything to do with it. You know, the industry, business industry for making money in Vegas, the second biggest is music, which is EDM. You know, over the casino tables, that's kind of the first thing they want to create business from, but the second thing is music. So, and then the shows and everything else after that. So, you know, the young people are speaking. They're the ones that they're voting with their feet, and they're the ones that are basically saying, we want this in our town. So it's happened.
It's a good time for music.
Yeah.
Just one question before we go. Just for any aspiring DJs and producers who want to be in a similar position to yourself, what advice would you give them?
The only advice I can give them really is that if you're going to do this, then basically play what you believe in. You know, have a heart and soul of the reason why you're doing what you're doing. I have a passion for doing what I do, and I love it. And if you have all these elements, and then no matter, you know, how successful or unsuccessful they are, you always know that you're doing it for the right reasons. And if you can do that, and it happens for you, then you'll have a good long life career. I can tell you.
Thank you very much. Myself and Carl Cox at Snowbombing Festival. Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you.